I'm David Mossman from Marlow Ropes. I'm the UK sales manager. So my 3 top tips for rope are these. Number 1, if you're working with Dyneema and you tie a bowline in it, you're going to lose up to and maybe beyond 70% of the brake load of the rope. So if you're going to tie a knot in a piece of Dyneema, you just need to be aware that you're losing all the brake load. The way to keep almost 100% of the brake load is to splice a piece of Dyneema. That's my first tip. My second tip is on coiling rope. Now, it's quite often the case that people coil rope, certainly on yachts especially, to make it look pretty. People coil it over the winches and they twist it so that it all stays nice and uniform and looks great. The only problem with this is by coiling it like that, you put twist into the rope. Now, twist in rope can be pretty disastrous. It'll get stuck in your clutches, it'll get stuck in the blocks as it rolls out in the genoa and be the beginning of problems starting. So if you want to coil rope so that it will not twist, then this is the way to do it. You want long loops in both directions over your hand. You just put a half turn in. There. So you've reduced the amount of loops that are in it, you've spread them out across. And at that point, you can then wind it round. And you still have a smart looking hank of rope, but you've put less twist into it. That's my second tip. My third tip is on the type of rope that you use. If we want rope that stretches for mooring and for those kind of applications, then 3-strand polyester. It's got good stretch. You can even see it stretching in my hand. 3-strand multi-plat, perfect for mooring. If you're working with halyards that you don't want to stretch because you want the boom to stay up out of your way if you're in a dinghy, or on bigger boats you don't want the main halyard to slip down, so you've got to retrim, then realistically you need to be working with a Dyneema Core, which comes in racing versions but also now comes in lightweight cruising versions. So you can swap your double braids out for cruising Dyneema and you don't need to change sheaths or clutches. So that's my third top tip.